usual. We're all busy. We're anxious to see what we can come up with now. So
awesome. Cool. So I'm gonna link Noelia in here so she can follow along. Just bear with me for 1 minute. Noelia, can you hear us? No. Hey, do you guys mind if I call you right back?
okay, no problem.
All right, sorry about that. I'll call you right back right now.
How long would be okay for Hassan to give us back the report? I mean, he's had 5 days now since we asked him, so how long do you think it's okay for him to come back to us?
Yeah, it should come back by now. Tell him by Friday. Yeah, my phone's having some issues here. Bear with me. 1 second. What's going on with this? Ron and Jonathan, are you guys still on there? Do you have the report pulled up by any chance, Noelia?
Joining conference now.
Can you hear me?
Conference now.
All right, let me try to dial Jonathan in again here. Hey, gentlemen. Sorry about that. My phone was not allowing me to merge the calls, but I wanted Noelia to be on the line, your account manager.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So, yeah, so basically...
Hi, Jonathan, how are you? Good.
Noelia, we also have Ron on the line. Ron is...
How are you? How are you? Doing well.
Yeah, so Ron is a friend of my dad's. He's the one who initially got in contact with me when we started working together back in earlier this year. So Ron is a family friend of ours as well.
Right.
So yeah, basically the intent for this call is that we have a regular check-in, a scheduled check-in where we just basically open the lines of communication to make sure that everything is going smoothly from your side as well as our side. And then we will cover any changes happening in your campaigns and new optimizations that we're doing and stuff. But it's mainly just to have an open line of communication so that, something doesn't get missed, and then, some kind of issue starts happening in the campaign that we're not aware of. Something like that. So yeah, Noelia and I do have a loose agenda put together, but we do want to also give you guys a chance to speak if there's anything that you want to, if you want to hit on.
Is this kind of a live follow-up to the biweekly performance report?
Yeah, so we were going to cover, because those are the most recent activities going on in your campaign. So if there's things that you want to talk about with that, that's all going to be relevant right now because of the tests we're running and everything that we're doing to improve the performance of the account. So I can go ahead and give you guys a rundown of what's going on currently, and then we can take it from there. Okay, so on our side, we are staffing up with specialists in every corner of the marketing world to basically optimize every single part of your marketing campaigns. So from hiring new landing page designers to a copywriter to a conversion rate specialist. A conversion rate specialist is somebody who goes into websites and helps them create more leads per click. So they'll look at things like page load time, the copy text, they'll look at errors on the page, they'll look at where the buttons are placed, where the phone numbers are placed, things like that, to help you get more leads out of your landing pages. So we recently made those 3 hires. We also hired another PPC specialist, the AdWords specialist, and he's got a lot more experience than me. He's very expert, and he's going to be building out your guys' Bing campaigns. So just across the board, we're making optimizations across every client account to improve performance, to improve ROI for all of the AdWords accounts, and then web pages, landing pages, things like that. So the first step of optimizing you all's campaigns is the conversion rate optimization specialist is going to work on the landing pages. We just got initial reports back from him, and basically we're going to look at are the badges compelling, are the offers compelling, is the page organized in a way that it's easy to read and optimized for conversion. Right now we're doing, depending on the week it ranges, but the conversion rate is between 4 and 12% for your guys' landing pages. 12% is definitely on the high side. Standard conversion rate is between 3 and 4%. So we're going to try and get that much higher. We're going to try and get it above 12% just to be getting more leads per click. Because if you think about it, we're getting, say, 10 to 12 clicks per day and around 1 lead per day. So for every 10 people that click, 1 is becoming a lead, whereas some websites are getting, hundreds of clicks before they get leads. So we're already pretty well optimized at this point, but we're going to squeeze it for every ounce to try to get more and more value from the traffic that we are driving. And then we're also having the AdWords specialist take a look at, we're going to take high-performing keywords from other clients in different geographic markets and test them on your account to see if keywords and ads that we're getting leads for our other clients get leads for you all as well, while not harming the current performance that we have. Any questions so far?
No, I think we're good.
Cool. Okay, so we're still running the 3 tests on your account. We have the $150 off stairlift deal, the new ramps landing page, and the new keywords from other campaigns, from other client campaigns. And basically, because those ones don't have as much historical data, they are a little bit slower to bring in the results than the full-scale campaigns. So we're still waiting on data to fill out for all those, but we'll look at the conversion rate of the 150 off page. We'll look at the conversion rates for the new keywords that we added, and as well as the new ramps landing page. I believe the new ramps landing page is performing to a point where we will want to make that the business as usual or the BAU account because it's performing higher. So that's good news. We also have our AdWords specialist Pablo building out the Bing campaigns, and Bing is basically a much less competitive version of Google. So any opportunity there is going to be coming at a much lower dollar value. There's just not as much total volume. Google's got the volume, Bing's got the cost per lead down. So we're paying around $100 per lead. Actually, it ranges from $29 up to $100 depending on the week and what product set it is. But ramps are coming in around $30 per lead, and then the stairlifts are coming around $100 per lead. Because the stairlifts are basically just in more demand. But on Bing, we've seen that stairlift leads are ranging from $20 to $50. Now that's on other accounts, so we don't know exactly how the performance is going on you all's account. But what we'll do is we'll move a few $100s from your AdWords budget over to Bing, and then that should basically pick up the slack with additional leads because they cost less, but there's just fewer of them. So it would be probably like an additional 1 to 2 leads per week, 2 in an ideal case, 1 in a standard case. So I think it's going to be a really good investment to put the effort in and build out the Bing campaign, because if there's enough market opportunity, we could up the budget on Bing, and then that would take some of the budget from Google and essentially get a better cost per lead, which would turn out to be more leads for you all with the same spend. Okay. So Pablo is working on that now. Should be seeing updates coming soon here. He's just finishing up another account as well. So once he's done with those, we'll let you guys know. So we also are finished with the 3-part email campaign that was given to you all as in exchange for doing our testimonial video. And we initially, me and Ian wrote the copy for that initially, but we now have the copywriter going in to check it for quality. So he's going to revise it, probably lean it down a little bit, probably improve the call to action a little bit more. And then, so that should be wordsmithed by a professional, in addition to mine and Ian's experience in this space of copywriting. So you guys can wait to do your feedback until after that comes back, or you can do it now. Either way, we'll just merge the feedback, and then our designer is working on building designing templates for MailChimp to build these actual email campaigns into. So it's not just going to be like a text and image type of email. It's going to actually be designed with visual hierarchy and design elements and things like that to match your brand. So we'll be sending those along as soon as we have our early drafts.
Yeah, I did go in and do some copy edits in those emails.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought you were making comments. If you just made edits, I wouldn't have gotten notified. If you made comments, I will get notified. So, but yeah, if there's changes and stuff, you can just let Noelia know about them. I would probably recommend. I mean, you're welcome to just make the changes, but if you want us to learn from the changes around your brand voice, then make comments as well and let us know why or how you change something, and that will give us more insight into the next time we do. Because we're going to build out 2 more emails, and we'll probably just build those right into your campaign as well in this customer lifecycle marketing plan that we're doing as part of our service pack. So next time around, as we go in and build more emails for you all, we will make sure to incorporate the brand voice notes from this round. Okay. Any questions so far? I know we're covering a lot of ground. Cool. All right, so yeah, we're in a pretty good place. I'm pretty excited. We got a lot of tests running. We got a lot of optimizations going on. We got the customer lifecycle marketing going to start happening soon. So that will retouch old leads. In our own sales strategy, we had a list of 650 names, and we called everyone on that list. I think we got about 50 meetings out of it, and expected to close between like 5 and 7 deals from it. So it's like 10% conversion, 10% close rate, actually more like 12-15% close rate. But anyway, with the calling list, we're going to have our caller go back through the whole list and make every touch point again. We're going to do that every week in batches. So that's kind of the same strategy that we're going to use for email. We're going to go back and have a touch point with your emailing list every week. We haven't decided on the frequency, but it's probably going to be every couple days or every week. Since it's only a 3-part campaign, normally you do, or in a full rollout, you would do a 5-part. We might do it every week, but that way, every Monday or every Wednesday, you have a touch point with these people who you might not have spoken to in months, but you might remind them of a need that they have, especially if it's a past customer or something like that. So any emails that you all have, make sure that they're in the email list. If you've collected emails through the leads, like the current leads that we have, let's put them into the email list. If you need help with that, let us know. But you're going to want to have all of the past purchasers in the email list, so when we have another touch point with them, we could ideally spark their interest in buying something like a ramp after buying a stairlift or vice versa. Okay. Noelia, did you have anything else that you wanted to add in or cover?
No, I just wanted to double check if you already have a Bing user access or if we need to create a brand new one.
Yeah, we don't have a bank account.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll create one then.
Thanks, Noelia. Cool. So, from your guys' side, can you talk to us a little bit about the quality of leads that have been coming in? What product set they're interested in? Are they closing as effectively as they were before? How's lead flow? Things like that.
The quality of the leads, Jonathan, has been so-so.
The ramps leads, Ron?
Yeah. We have, because it's a larger purchase, a lot of times people don't understand maybe they don't understand the cost or something like that, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit more difficult to, it's a bigger purchase, so there are shops when they hear at least an estimate or a ballpark figure, and, I tend not to do that and propose them for an eval first, because I know that over the phone, a shock of a price can tend to be smooth over here in person.
Yeah.
But I would, I would say generally they're a little lower quality.
For ramps specifically?
Yeah, the ramps versus the stairless. So maybe there's
Okay.
just a seasonal. I think they're more just kind of calling for information and calling for
Shopping around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably the better way to put it.
Okay, so we do have some guidance over how that stuff happens because, like, say somebody searches for wheelchair ramps information, we can tell what their search query was, so we know what their intent for Googling something. If they search for ramps, modular ramp installation, upstate New York, something really specific, then they're probably more interested to buy than somebody who's searching for a more generic term like ramps or wheelchair ramps. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, interesting thing, even this past week, last week actually, the better call, the true call rail were actually ones we set up for sales lists. Which
Okay.
was interesting, I thought. But,
Okay.
I even had one yesterday. I don't know if that's future call rail. No, it's not. But, yeah, it's generally just questions and or street shopping.
Okay. So there's a few things we can do about that. We could make it so that they can only submit an email contact form for ramps, and that way you get an email from everyone. That way your customer lifecycle marketing goes to them, and then you have an automatic follow-up. If you want to keep taking the calls, that's fine too. But at least if you do an email contact form, then you just slam dunk, you've got their email address, and you can put it into MailChimp. These are just some ideas. I think you guys should just take them back and think about them from a strategic perspective, whether you want to do this. Another idea is that we could practice pausing the ramps ads and see if allocating that budget towards stairlift leads bears more fruit. There is some slight risk associated with that, though, because if the space is more competitive and there's just not as many leads per dollar, you might see a dip in leads. You won't know until you test that.
When did they actually start the ramp?
We've always had ramps going on. We just started a new test for the new ramps landing page, which has driven more ramps leads. But that one started like 2 weeks ago, and I think that's when we saw the more volume of ramps leads coming in, but not as high quality. Am I hitting that right? Okay. So yeah, from our perspective, it looks like the new ramps landing page has been successful. But if these people are getting on the phone and they're not being as high quality as we were expecting, because we don't have as much guidance over that, we're not taking the extra calls. My team will go back and think about the best strategy. But like I said, the first two ideas I have just on this call would be we could pause ramps activity and see if that refocusing that budget proves to be more fruitful in stairlifts. We could also take a look at the search queries from, and Noah, Elliott, can you take notes on this, please, on these three recommendations? So the first is to pause ramps and see if we pick up the slack with stairlifts. The second is to look at the search queries and see what the search intent was and see if people are searching for the wrong reasons. If they're searching for more generic terms, we can stop bidding on those keywords. We can also put negatives in. So if it's like, say, I don't know, industrial ramp, like we might not want to show up for that. So we could put a negative keyword in the campaign to do that. And then the third option, Noelia, is to take the phone number off of the ramps landing page so people have to submit an email form, in which case we automatically submit their email to our follow-up campaign or our drip campaign. Okay. Any other remarks from you guys' side on the leads coming in so far that you think we should know about? Because like I said, we do have control over some factors, not all of them, but anything that we can, we're going to push hard to improve.
No, I'm good. I don't have anything to add right now.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, that covers the important items I wanted to get through. Did you all have anything else that you wanted to talk about with us?
No, I don't think so at the moment. Yeah, I think just to echo, Ron's comment, I think we have seen the shift in leads from where there were more setup leads. Now they've gone from and ramps, but the ramps don't being the true was fairly. So we do need to reallocate those dollars. Maybe something that we do want to move forward on.
Okay. I just got it. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt Jonathan, but I just got a new piece of information there. Noelia, can you take a note to have Pablo go in and analyze the performance of ramps versus stair lifts and see if he has any further recommendations on that before we pause the ramps? Because if we're seeing a heavy weight toward ramps leads and those ramps leads aren't closing, I do think we need to aggressively find a solution for that, and that might be moving that budget back to stair lifts and optimizing the stair lifts campaign further.
Sure, okay.
Okay, Jonathan, sorry, please continue.
No, that's fine. That was it. That's all I had. I think I've shared with you before. The stairlift piece and the stairlift sales are really what drives the business. The ramps are great, DPLs are great, but stairlifts are what we need to sell every day, and that seems to put them down the last month.
Okay. Noelia, can you also take a note to check campaign performance for stair lifts across accounts and see if this is industry-wide? Okay. Cool. Well, we're working super hard on our side to optimize the campaign as a whole and all the tests that we have in it, and then we'll take additional notes to optimize the stair lifts and see if there's any way to move those leads back from ramps or to remove the bad leads coming in from ramps, so we can focus more on stair lifts or just the ramps deals that are closing.
Right, yeah. One other point is the feedback is that on the biweekly performance report email, it's great information, but it's a lot of metrics and a lot of numbers. What would be really helpful for me, and I'm guessing other people that might get these emails as well, is more of a dashboard that compares month over month or even quarter over quarter performance rather than just, it's helpful to read it all, but I think seeing more of a visual graphic might be more effective.
Okay, that's great feedback. Thank you.
Okay, we can definitely add that, yeah.
So,
Add the previous two reports so that we can check on the performance improvement.
So Noelia, it would be 2 week over 2 week performance and then month over month performance. And then probably like total volume of leads this month versus last month, things like that. Okay. So Jonathan, we do have a dashboard for managing all these. It's a lot of information. It's going to seem some of it's going to seem pretty technical, but we'll figure out some solution for this, and we'll let you know. I might just have our designer go in and design an email template that we use and fill out. That's more readable.
Okay. Yeah, even that, or even I've used VenGage.com. They do a nice job of just really easy infographic stuff. You can build quickly and track over time.
Great. What did you call that? VenGage?
VenGage, VenNGage.
Awesome.
Or maybe VenNGage. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Yeah, VenNGage.
Okay. Noah, can you take a note for that?
Yeah, this is great.
Awesome. All right, gentlemen. Anything else you want us to know before we hop off the line?
No, I think we're good. Good.
All right. And then, Jonathan, I apologize for the slow turnaround on our partnership discussion. I do want to continue that discussion and fill you in on what's been happening on our side as well. So I'll set up separate time for that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you again for your partnership, and just let us know if you have any other questions. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that.
Great. Talk soon.
Thank you for your time.
See ya.
Bye.